off YouTube, so I'm going to start it on YouTube right now. And what is the purpose of that, you say? Well, the purpose of putting it on YouTube is so I can get people to come over to Fakeotube. So today is Thursday, November 24th. Let me just fix the date here and display it on the screen. And this is FAK 650. Let's just make sure I got the show number right. I love having show numbers. I think it's really important for reference purposes. Many people put the show date in the title, but it takes up too much space. And it also conflicts a lot of times with the download date, and people get all mixed up. So I am just putting show numbers. I think that's the best way to do it. And we've got a lot of shows. A lot of them with guests too. I haven't been too good getting guests lately. I put a couple feelers in. I had one guy say, who was talking to Mr. E. I reached out. He was all gung ho to go, and then all of a sudden he went incommunicado. That is one technique I really don't like with people that don't want to talk, because this is the Fakeologist show. Uh, Most of them will just stop communicating and not respond, which I find pretty disrespectful. I get the occasional rejection, which I'm fine with. Some of them lie about why they don't want to talk. Some they say they're too busy, and then you see them on 500 other shows the next week. But some of them just say don't want to be associated with the Fakeologist brand. That's way more honest. I really appreciate that. If they talk in that way, that's way better. But most people are quite cowardly, I think. What else we've got here? So I'm right now looking on the latest comments, and if you want to see the latest comments on the blog, this is a great page to go to. That makes it easier for you to figure out what's been talked about, what's hot. And SMJ is talking about my post here is electricity actually consumed. So if you click on this, it'll go to his comment, and there we go here. My dear former leader, ask your new director about particle accelerators. I can call in on the bootleg line if need be. He's being facetious because he got booted from the Discord server. And here he says here, I'm a big fan of the Pete's, of course, perchance the I am the truth, or that fellow that makes weird noises when he asks a question can contribute to the seeing through the science hustle. I ain't holding my breath, of course. Okay, and SMJ Ricky says SMJ suggested looking at Peter and Pete videos on the site years ago. It takes some patience getting through them because some real science can be tedious. I consider their information a precursor to fakeology, revealing fakery of a more historic science-based nature, a great companion site. Okay. I don't know, everything is so spaced in the comments right now, but good on you guys. Good comments. The comments have really taken off on the Fakeologist blog, mainly from Napoleon, who I know he listens to all the shows. So Napoleon, you got to fix your punctuation. It is a source of annoyance to many people. So spend some time. Don't be typo error. Fix your punctuation. I know you know the difference between an apostrophe and a comma, and you can take a little more time and make your comments at least grammatically or punctuation wise correct. So I'd appreciate that because you are a huge contributor. Anyway, this is the Pete and Peter, or Peter and Pete video from 5 years ago. And let's see if FakeoTube gets more hits than Peter and Pete's YouTube site. Because I find FakeoTube has been really, really popular. So it's pretty cool. Okay, let me look. Let's see now. So what are we here? So we are streaming live, of course, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, D Live, and FakeoTube. And the phone lines are open tonight. I'm going to go till 9 o'clock only because I have a busier schedule right now, so I don't have a ton of time to talk. But you can call in if you want on the 2 numbers I have set up, 810-666-1984 or 902-400-1984. And I'm gonna start up Skype. Skype name is Fakeologist. And let's see if anyone has messaged me on the Skype. Nope. Skype was so popular back in the day. Now it just doesn't seem like many people use it. Okay. But no one has messaged me on Skype. That's fine. So you can call in on Skype if you want. You can also talk to me on Discord. You can call me on Discord if you would like as well. Let me do a test message here in the restream here. Let's just put a message in. I'll just put today's show title here. I don't know why I put Tuesday. Okay. For some reason, it doesn't go through on the Discord. Isn't that aggravating? Why not? I have Discord all set up here, but it just does not go onto the Discord chat. So I put on, let me see if I type it into the Discord show related notes, if it comes through. Yes. Does that work? No. So it's not connected. Very strange. I don't know how to test it otherwise. Let's see here. Captions. Don't even see where the settings are right now. Yeah, nothing on Discord. Discord is not connected. Interesting. Okay, we also have the FakeoTube chat, and we have Greg Schatz, Jacquois, and Epic Souls. We got the regulars in there. So hello, guys, on the FakeoTube chat. That one's not integrated into the Restream. It's a proprietary system, so can't do much about it. Why don't we look at the, maybe tonight I was going to look a little bit at the forums here. If you don't see many blog posts on the blog, then go to the forums. Now, in this case, I did a cross post to the forums here, which is just to get people used to them. So if you go to forums and you go to this latest post called Shutting Down Opposition to the Great Reset. So just click on here. By the way, the forums are really quick compared to the blog. And don't forget to log in to the forums. That way you can keep your place on where you've been reading. And all these sites are open. They're free. We just require an email to register. We don't use your email for anything. And they're all separate. FakeoTube, Fakeologist forums, Fakeologist blog. They're all separate logins. And if you need a program to manage those logins, just go to fake11.com/roboform. And I've been using this for at least 10 years. If you sign up for RoboForm, it's $23 a year to manage all your passwords. Make sure you sign up through the link that I just gave you, and I get a spiff. I've never had one referral. So if you are the first referral, I will definitely put you down as a donor to the blog. How about that? There's your deal. Sign up for RoboForm. Now, what is the use of RoboForm? Well, it will generate a separate strong password for all your websites and save it across all your devices. Very useful. And that use is even more apparent because tonight I got another one of those phishing emails that say, "Oh, hi, I've got your password." And it did give me a password that I've used in the past in this phishing email. And it says, "Send us $1,400 worth of Bitcoin to this address, or we will release some video." I don't know exactly what they're talking about, but you can safely delete it because you don't have to worry about individual passwords if you have strong passwords for every one of your sites. And I have some sites that I use a generic password for that I don't care about. But if it's banking or anything important like email, you should definitely have a strong 7 to 14-digit password. And who's going to remember that? That's why you use something like RoboForm. And then you only have to remember one master password. That can be a biometric password as well, like a fingertip. So definitely get RoboForm. And that way you can save all your logins easily. All right, so let's go back to the forum. So here we are. We're talking about shutting down opposition to the Great Reset. And the first video here is by Calcified Lies, who thinks I'm a shill, our controlled opposition CEO. And he's doing a discussion on all the headlines that are being written these days about domestic terrorists. And a domestic terrorist, according to the federal government in the United States, is anyone who speaks out against the narrative. Pretty simple. So pretty much everyone here probably would be on a watch list. And I'm sure the watch list will be half the United States. So you'll be in good company. And here's Steve talking about it. I didn't put this on Fakeotube because Steve's videos seem to stick on YouTube without a problem. So we'll take a look. Let's just click on this here. Not too many views.
Okay, in this video, I'm going to read a bunch of screenshots that I took of headlines from all over the internet. And how I got the headlines was just a simple search of two terms. The first was domestic terrorism, and then the second was far right extremists. And this is the results.
I should put this on Fakeotube. It'll probably get more views.
Google search just using those two terms. So let's just get started without any further delay.
I don't know why the audio is a little low here. Something happened.
So we'll just take them as they come here.
I'll crank it up a bit.
FBI conducting 2,700 domestic terrorism investigations, Ray tells Congress. And just so you're aware, I'm not going to do much editorializing. I mean, maybe here or there, something.
2,700 is 2 plus 7 is 9. That's probably hoax code.
Will pop in my head and I'll elaborate.
Anyway, this site is Calcified Lies. I like the guy. He's got good analysis. Got quite a few videos here. He did a really good video on controlled demolition of controlled opposition, and that's where he speaks mainly about David Icke. And this is another one. Did I even finish watching this one?
Like all people who are professional presenters, who are professionals at creating an image in the minds of those who are perceiving them, gain into how these organizations are actually constructed. They have put into.
You should listen to this because I don't remember this one. I'm going to listen to this. This is more of a podcast. I'm going to add that. Forgive them for they know not what they do. No idea what he's talking about there. But he is worth a listen always. Calcified Lies on YouTube. All right, next one here. I just found this. This is Amazing Polly talking about more propaganda to shut down people that are against the official narrative, including getting the clot shot. And in Canada, they apparently classified you as mentally ill. Now, all this was in their playbook, in their nudge playbook from England, where they were going to nudge people into taking the clot shot. And I've heard more stories from people I know that people that took the clot shot have been rather sick, rapid cancer, all kinds of horrible disease caused by the poisoning. And one of them was on the Discord from somebody named Nature from New Zealand. Oh my goodness, did she ever write a crazy post today? I'll read it to you. And by the way, I'm going to shut the YouTube channel off now. So YouTube, well, looks like I have 2 people on YouTube tonight. So anyone on YouTube right now, I want you to switch over to Fakeotube, if you don't mind. Because I'm going to shut off the YouTube because I'm going to be talking about vaccines. So just go to fakeotube.com. You don't need to log in to fakeotube.com to listen, but you do need to go there to chat. Yeah, Epic Soul says Google saves password too if you don't mind being in the belly of the beast. No. I don't use Google for most things. I would not use them for passwords. I would not use them for email. So definitely don't use Google. I highly recommend getting away from it. Now, Brave browser, which I use, also saves passwords. I often use that as a backup for just incidental sites. I wouldn't use Brave for any kind of banking, but still, you should use Roboform, and you can have safe notes in there as well. Save some secure notes, take notes for other things, and it's just more diverse. And of course, it's not Google. But anyway, I'm gonna shut off YouTube right now. So come on over, everybody, to FakeoTube.